Hi, I'm John Reese. I'm the creator of Traffic Secrets, a comprehensive program and process that can help anyone generate a lot of highly targeted traffic to their website. So if you want more leads or customers for your business, pay close attention to what I'm about to share with you in this video. Now, this is the second video in our free video series, so if you haven't yet watched the first video, go and do that now and then come back. In this video, I'm going to share a lot of common mistakes and not so common mistakes that marketers are making all the time online. Now, these mistakes are keeping people from not only generating more traffic, but generating more profit, because that's the name of the game. I recommend that you take some notes and even watch this video more than once, because I'm going to share a lot of valuable information with you. So let's get started. So let's go over 23 common and not so common mistakes that marketers make when trying to generate traffic. These are in no particular order. Mistake number 1, not starting traffic generation efforts with competitive research. Look, there's no reason for you to reinvent the wheel. Your competitors have probably already invested thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours of research figuring out what works and what doesn't in your market. So there's no reason for you to start from scratch. This is a big mistake a lot of marketers make. You can use services like, and here's a tip for you, I would use Keyword Spy or another service called SimilarWeb. Now, these aren't free, but they're well worth it. With Keyword Spy, you can actually go and look at the keywords that competitors in your market are using for Google AdWords campaigns, for SEO, and for a number of other things. You can use SimilarWeb to do the same thing, and you can also find other types of ads that they're placing across the internet. So you can look at your competitors' ad copy, their landing pages, their offers, and find all kinds of great information about what your competitors are doing in your market, and then use that information as a shortcut to your own success and results. Number 2. Putting effort into SEO and content marketing before buying traffic to validate which keywords produce conversions. I see so many marketers doing this all the time. They go through the trouble to optimize pages and to create all kinds of content revolving around keywords for their business when they've never even bought traffic for those keywords first to prove that they'll produce conversions, to prove that it'll produce sales. Don't waste your time doing any search engine optimization or any content creation, whether you do it or whether you pay someone to do it for you, until after you've bought like Google AdWords campaigns if you're going to target certain keywords or running other ads for certain demographics before you go after the organic traffic. Because if you can't make the paid traffic, let's say by running Google AdWords campaigns for pet insurance reviews or for where to buy pet insurance, like for our previous example, if that doesn't convert into sales, it certainly isn't going to convert into sales if you're able to get that traffic from organic means by search engine optimization, by creating content. Only go after search engine optimization and content marketing after you buy the traffic and can prove that it will produce sales first. Then when you know what keywords actually produce conversions, then create the content to go after the organic traffic. So a tip for you, even if you don't turn a profit, of course, by buying and validating these keywords, you still need to find the best keywords for your business. If you run Google AdWords campaigns, let's say targeting certain keywords, and they produce sales, but you're not able to buy them at a profitable level, in other words, you're losing money on them, it doesn't matter. At least you're finding out which keywords produce sales, because you might be able to then go and create content and do SEO and do content marketing efforts and still convert a profit that way using those same keywords that you've proven now to produce sales. Number 3, wasting hours of time socializing on social media. So many people are doing that these days. They hang out on Facebook, they're adding friends, they're trying to get followers, they get into these discussions, they're constantly mixing it up online and social media, trying to do online networking, thinking that in some way people are going to stumble on their profile or be one click away from their website and it's going to make them a bunch of money. The reality is, most of social media use is one huge waste of time. I don't know any high-level marketers making a lot of money in their business online that spend much time on social media at all. Social media is a distribution channel, and here's a tip for you. It can complement your overall traffic strategy, but by itself, it really produces a very poor return on investment or return on your time. So before you go spending all day replying to people on social media or hiring someone to do it for you, you need to know that social media, as I mentioned in the first video, 1, is some of the lowest converting traffic on the entire internet, but 2, it really can be a waste of your time. So spending a lot of time or a lot of effort with social media is one of the last things you want to do for your marketing. Number 4, not surveying leads and buyers to discover more about their demographics and interests. And this is to improve micro-targeting that we talked about in the first video. So as a tip, people are happy to help you. All you have to do is ask. Once you make sales to a group of people or you build opt-in leads, you need to give them surveys, asking them what else you can help them with, what solutions they're looking for. Ask them more about themselves. The more you survey them and ask them, you can really hone in on those micro-targeting elements. More about their demographics, what their age is, where they're from, what their interests are. And by doing that, it's just going to help you target people more precisely where you can generate more profit. Number 5, not treating each traffic source and keyword as a separate profit center. Look, one single keyword for a market has the potential to produce $3,000 to $5,000 a month in revenue. One keyword, and for some markets it can produce even more than that. Now other keywords may only make $200 or $300 a month, but the fact is you want to treat all traffic sources, all campaigns, all keywords as a separate little mini business, almost like a vending machine. Like if you owned a vending machine network and you had all these vending machines all over the world and each one generated money for you, some more than others. That's how you need to look at traffic sources, because one, all traffic sources aren't created equal, so we do need to carefully analyze the results. But we need to treat each one almost like a mini business, because if we're focused on each one, optimizing it, fine-tuning it, we can really squeeze as much profit as we can out of different keywords, out of different traffic sources, and that'll help our overall picture and how much money we make in our business. So as a tip, continuously monitor your analytics and then refine your traffic campaigns. When you get results and you start getting some traffic, you start getting some conversions, you really need to look deep into each one. So if you're grouping keywords together and you see some sales that are coming in, start separating the keywords, get it down to very, very narrow profit centers, and that way your optimization efforts will really maximize your profit. Number 6, not buying traffic. This is the huge mistake I see so many marketers making all the time. So many people have fallen for that hype of getting that free organic traffic from the search engines, from Google rankings, that I don't need to buy traffic. That's their attitude. They think they don't need to buy traffic. The reality is buying traffic is the best thing there is, because you can invest $1 and turn it into $2 or even $10. So if you could spend $1 right now on traffic for your business and turn it into $5, how many times would you do it? Well, you would want to do it as many as you possibly could. So a tip here, your goal is to acquire profitable traffic anywhere you can find it, whether it's buying it or creating it or borrowing it. Number 7, going for the sale on the first click and not nurturing each prospect. Now this is more on the conversion side than it really is on the traffic generation side, but it all ties together. So many people want to send traffic right to their website and hope that they buy something from you, or it just didn't work out. The reality is the internet sales process is really more of a longer cycle. So the way you do that is to get people to join an opt-in email list, and then you can follow up with them automatically. So try not to be so focused on making that sale on the first click, and know that it's going to take at least a few days to follow up with a prospect before they may actually buy. Number 8, not outsourcing or hiring others to help generate more traffic for their business. This is a common mistake. So many business owners think they have to do everything themselves. Well, here's your tip. Your goal is to simply write small checks and cash larger checks. That's the nature of resource management and the game of business itself. So don't be afraid to hire people to help you generate more traffic. As long as every dollar you spend when you hire someone in their efforts to get you more traffic becomes cost effective for your business, then that's when you want to do it. Number 9, not split testing and constantly trying to improve ad copy and targeting options. So many people make the mistake, they put up ads, and even if they start getting some positive results, they leave it alone. They never work to improve it. They never work to maximize profits. They never try to improve the targeting, so they're going after more and more precise people in that micro-targeting effort. This is a huge mistake. So a tip for you, a tiny increase in your ad click rates alone can be the difference between profit or loss. So every little thing you can do to tweak and improve your efforts can make you more and more money. Number 10, ignoring other country-specific traffic opportunities. So here's your tip. Traffic outside of primary English-speaking countries is usually much cheaper, but yet there's so many people in those countries that do speak English. So if all of your business and all of your marketing is in English, don't ignore other countries where English is not their primary language, because you can still find a lot of great leads and customers in those countries. Number 11, not monitoring Google Trends for new potential keywords for your business. You need to keep up with the latest news, innovation, competitors, and more when it comes to your market. By not keeping an eye on Google Trends for new and upcoming exciting keywords, you lose out on a lot of traffic and potential business. Every single market has trends that occur where if you can take advantage of them early, you can make most of the results. So you always want to keep up with the trends. Number 12, using content spinning software or other gimmicks to mass produce content. Here's the tip: if your content doesn't greatly benefit a human being, it's worthless. Even with Google's last major update, they're proving this more and more, that real content that has really high quality matters. Number 13, unprofessional looking domain names. In many of the major ad platforms today, like Facebook ads, Google AdWords, your domain name shows up in the ad itself, so it can affect the click-through rate and the performance of your ad. Now, many people still have unprofessional domain names, like many different keywords separated by hyphens, because that was an old trick that used to work for search engine optimization. It doesn't really work anymore. People don't realize that if they have bad looking domain names, it can really affect the ad performance. They can end up paying more per click, and of course it can help the conversions or hurt the conversions based on how professional it looks. So here's a tip for you. Check out buydomains.com and brandbucket.com. These are two different sites, but they're both marketplaces that sell domain names. And if you have it in your budget, buy a good keyword-based domain name like from BuyDomains, or buy kind of a branded made-up word name that you can brand from a site like BrandBucket. But you want to have a really good domain name that your company and all its marketing revolves around, because it just helps with professionalism, which of course helps with click-through rate and ultimately with conversions. So it's important nowadays to have a good domain name. Number 14, design is not consistent from ad to landing page to sales page. Design is so important now. With so much noise on the internet and people seeing so many ads, so many pages, so many blogs, so much this, so much that, it's easy for people to get confused. All your design, all your advertising needs to be consistent. The ad needs to look similar to the landing page once they click through, which ultimately needs to look similar to a sales page where you're selling products. So it all needs to work together. Now, as a tip, great design can express authority and trust, which ultimately increases conversion. So design more than ever is very, very important. You know, years ago you could have ugly marketing and it would still work well. Not anymore. Design really makes you stand out, and it's really worth investing in having good design made for everything that you do in your marketing. Number 15, not learning how to write effective ad copy, which is one of the most important skills. Now, if you're serious about this business, you need to study copywriting and learn how to write words that sell. By getting good at this, you can write effective ads, you can write great landing pages, and ultimately you can create great pages that sell products, get people to pull out their credit cards and buy from you. So I can't stress enough how important it is for you to learn about copywriting and how to do effective writing for ads, landing pages, and of course sales pages. Number 16. Focusing too many SEO efforts on optimizing for exact keyword phrases. Now, this doesn't work anymore because Google has changed their formula and their algorithm. So if you're trying to rank for, let's say, pet insurance or pet insurance reviews, you really want to mix things up. So here's a tip. You need to create better links, at least in the eyes of Google, where it's like the link itself, the link text says like, great site for pet insurance or great site for pet insurance reviews, rather than just saying pet insurance reviews as the link text itself. It needs to be more natural. That's what Google and all these sites are really moving more towards, so they know it's human beings and people that generated things. It's that it mimics nature. It mimics what humans are doing on the internet. Somebody wouldn't write and link to another site by just having a link that just says pet insurance. It would really be like, hey, check out this site if you're looking for pet insurance, or a great site for pet insurance. Don't make the mistake of focusing your SEO efforts on optimizing things for exact keyword phrases without mixing in some other words related to like a reference. Number 17, creating videos for marketing but having no call to action. This is where you don't tell the person to do anything. So as a tip, at the end of every video, you need to be asking the viewer to do something that extends the value of the video, such as go download a free report. So if you create a video for your marketing and you put it on YouTube or anywhere else, at the end of that video, it really needs to tell the prospect, the viewer, what to do next. Typically, if you have like a free report that's connected to an email subscription opt-in form that you're using to build your list, that's a great way to do it. So you show a video, let's say, about pet insurance and why you need to protect your pet. And at the end of it, say, go to this website and get our free report on the 10 things you can do to protect your pet's health, so on and so forth. You want to have a call to action at the end of all the videos that you create. Tell the prospect what you want them to do next. Number 18, not constantly monitoring analytics and conversion data and making adjustments. As a tip, your analytics will uncover new traffic sources and targeting options, so you always need to be monitoring your analytics and seeing what's going on in your business, seeing where traffic's coming from, seeing where it's converting, and then you make adjustments. It's always better to use the 80-20 rule and typically find where things are getting results and then go in that direction to get more results. But you always want to constantly monitor your analytics so you know what's going on and where to go next. Number 19, not eliminating non-performing keywords. It's estimated that only 8 to 12% of keywords even produce conversions. This is a major mistake. Here's a tip: start with a group of keywords, but then have a goal to end up with only individual keyword campaigns. I see marketers making this mistake all the time where they'll group a lot of keywords together, and even if that group is turning a profit by generating conversions, they don't go deep inside the group to analyze which keywords are consistently producing those conversions and then eliminating the keywords from ads that aren't producing conversions. So it's very important that you constantly analyze your keyword campaigns and remove the ones that aren't producing conversions. Number 20, not doing more of what's working and less of what's not. Always work to expand the traffic that's coming from a profitable traffic source. I just briefly mentioned the 80-20 rule, where you'll find that 80% of your results come from 20% of your sources or from your efforts. What you want to do is always look and see what's working and then do more of it. Push harder in that direction. The opposite is what most people do. So if they set up campaigns on different sites or in different sources or with different networks and start getting results, they'll say, I want more traffic, so they'll go try to find a whole bunch of new sources that they've never tested or have never been proven for them before. It's so much easier to find what's already working and do more of that than it is to try to reinvent the wheel and start with something fresh. So always do more of what's working and less of what's not. Number 21, bidding the minimum on keywords to try and control traffic costs. As a tip, more less profitable traffic can produce more net income than very little profitable traffic. What I mean by this is, for many keywords, if you bid the most and kind of end up towards the top where you'll get most of the volume, you may be paying more per click. So on a per click basis, you make less profit. But if you're getting a lot more traffic, that little bit of profit adds up to a lot more money to your business and income to you than it would be if you barely got any traffic at all by bidding less. Sure, by bidding less, you're maximizing your profit per click, but you're just not getting that many clicks. So sometimes it's worth paying more and generating less profitable traffic if you can get a lot of that traffic. Number 22, retargeting ads to users that are already buyers. You've probably seen this. If you've gone around the internet and you seem to see those ads that follow you everywhere, that's a retargeting campaign. An advertiser will have dropped a pixel on your browser, and they can do this through Facebook, Google, and all kinds of other networks. But then when you go and you revisit other sites that work with that ad network, they can reserve ads so they can retarget you and basically follow you around. Well, a huge mistake people are using with retargeting, and it's super hot right now, is that they don't use either a burn down pixel. That's when they place a pixel on a page like an order form, thank you page, a page that shows that someone bought. In other words, that the ad campaign worked. They don't look to that pixel, so they say, hey, stop showing retargeted ads to that person because they've already purchased. We don't need to keep trying to convince them to come back. So you've probably noticed this. If you buy from a site and you go to log in and you use that site, and then you move around the internet and you see their ads following you because you were on the site again, they don't know that you're already a customer, so they're wasting their ad dollars. Here's a tip. If you are going to retarget your customers, and this is a very powerful concept that you should, the ads that you use should be like special offers or things targeted just to customers. So if you want to keep showing ads to people you know are your customers, make it something that makes sense. Save money by not continuing to retarget ads to people that have already bought. So many people make that mistake. And last but not least, number 23, running ads at all times of the day when only specific time periods produce the most profitable conversions. I see people doing this all the time. They set up ad campaigns on Facebook, on Google, on banner networks, buying media, all over the place, and they just let their ads run 24 hours a day. Most people don't realize you can do what's called day parting. You can do this on Facebook, you can do it with Google, you can do it with most of the big networks. You can control when your ads will show. So if you find that most of your buyers are buying during, let's say, normal business hours on the East Coast of the United States, and very few purchases come from, let's say, outside of those hours or West Coast business hours that are, after people get off work on the East Coast, whatever it is, or overnight, then don't run your ads in those periods where most conversions don't come from, because that's one way you can maximize your profit and make more money in your business. By running ads 24 hours a day, you just average everything together, including the bad times, and that's costing you profit. So this is a huge mistake that people make. I hope you enjoyed this video. And of course, I hope you learned some things that you can immediately go and apply to your business to not only generate more traffic, but generate more revenue and hopefully profit. But we're just getting started. In the next video, I'm going to go even deeper into some traffic generation concepts, including one I call traffic recycling. This is very, very powerful and something you absolutely must be doing. Check this out. I'm going to show you how you can make more money from visitors that never buy anything from you. I'm going to show you how to leverage those people into getting more traffic, which will become hopefully more leads and customers that can generate revenue for you. It's an incredibly powerful concept. I'm talking about visitors that never buy your products, never make you money from affiliate links, or never make money from clicking on ads that you may have on a site. You can turn these people into more traffic, which will produce more leads and customers and grow your business. It's incredibly powerful, and you need to be applying it immediately. I'll see you in the next video.